Blue cocktails. Many serious bartenders hate them. However, bartending, bars, it's all about the fun, guys. Here's 3 blue cocktails that I think you should try. All right, guys, so I'm old enough to remember when blue drinks were in. We're talking the late 80s, probably earlier. I started drinking when I was 16 in the late 80s, but there was a bit of a resurgence a few years ago when guys like Jacob Bryars did the Corpse Reviver number blue. If you haven't seen that, the video link is just up here, but he really wanted to resurrect and stop bartenders being so pretentious about fun cocktails that could be either red, blue, crushed ice, whatever. And I think it's coming back. We're finding that a lot of the venues now in Melbourne and in Australia and the places where I'm bartending are starting to have a little bit more fun and drop that pretentiousness. And I think that's a great thing. So I'm going to make 3 cocktails for you that are blue, they're fun, and they taste really good. And the first one that I'm going to do is a drink that I've created called Blue Juice. So the first ingredient obviously is going to be 30 mils or 1 ounce of blue Curacao. And I tell you what, if you really want that drink to pop and that fluorescent type of blue color, this is probably one of the most vibrant blue Curacaos that I've seen on the market. It's Marie Brizard, number 3, Curacao Blue. Next up, I'm going to do 30 mils of a Cachaca. This is the Sativa. Just to add a bit of that sort of like rummy, earthy sort of tones that I get in a Cachaca. Next up, to add a little bit of smokiness and a little bit more of that earthiness, I'm going to use 10 mils or 1/3 of an ounce of a Mezcal. This has just come to Australia. It's called 400 conejos or 400 conejos, which means 400 rabbits. It's from Oaxaca. It is a joven Mezcal, and I'm finding that it's not overpowering for a lot of mezcals, and it's great for bartenders to use for customers that I guess aren't really used to that mezcal flavor yet. I think it's great. Then to add a little bit of sourness to it, we're going to use 30 mils of freshly squeezed lemon juice. And last but not least, 15 mils of just either egg white or aqua faba. We use aqua faba here at 18th Amendment Bar. I'm going to give it a good shake. Here we go. All right, make sure you give it a really good shake if you're not dry shaking. Wow, I can see the color already. It is full on. All right, look at that, vibrant blue. That really looks like a disco drink right there. Going to use just a lemon twist as a garnish, just a small one. Don't want too much floating around in this cocktail. And dropped in, and that is blue juice. Let's give it a try. Wow. The orange, obviously from the blue Curacao, is coming through really, really nicely. That Sativa is as well. But what I'm finding is the hero, and it's only just a small amount in there, is that Mezcal. It's adding that really nice sort of smokiness to it. It's kind of making it a bit more adult, a bit more serious of a drink for those pretentious bartenders. If we use, let's say for example, Cointreau, which is just another triple sec that hasn't got the blue flavoring, the blue coloring in it, everyone would say it's a cracking drink, but it is anyway. So do not be scared of something that looks like this color, because it's great fun and customers love it. That's a real winner. Okay, number 2 blue cocktail is called the Rythym And Blues. It is on the menu here at the 18th Amendment Bar in Geelong, and it's been extremely popular. Why is that? Because it reads really well. It's blueberry, coconut, citrus, pineapple. It's like a holiday in a glass. So the first ingredient that we're going to use is a blueberry liqueur. Now here in Australia, we're able to get a thing called Freedom blueberry rye. It is really, really tasty. And I'm going to do 45 mils or ounce and a half. If you can't get this where you are, any blueberry liqueur works really well with it. Next up, we have 10 mils of Monin coconut syrup, or 1/3 of an ounce. Next up, 30 mils or an ounce of freshly squeezed lemon juice. Next up, we use a thyme flavored liqueur. It's called Garden Party. It's available here in Australia. I'm not sure where else it is available around the world, but that thyme just gives that beautiful herbaceousness to this cocktail. If you can't get that where you are, making a thyme sugar syrup is really simple. Just make your normal sugar syrup, boil it up with just a few pieces of thyme. The lemon thyme is really good as well. It just adds that really nice sort of different dimension to your cocktail. Then 7.5 mils or 1/4 of an ounce of just some sugar syrup to add a little bit of sweetness to the cocktail. And last but not least, 60 mils or 2 ounces of freshly squeezed pineapple juice. Add some ice. Give it a really good shake. All right. I like to serve this up in one of these glass tiki mugs. Add some ice. And as far as garnish goes, you could do whatever you like. I'm going to add, say, a little bit of orange to that. Maybe a slap of mint as well. Whatever you like. That's the beauty of tikis. As much as you want to make it look really tacky, you can. And metal straw, that is the Rythym And Blues. Let's give it a try. How's the colour for that, by the way? Love it. Blueberry, coconut, lemon. As I said, that thyme really changes the drink totally. It is fun. It's tasty. As I said, it reads well. I've actually put this on a lot of menus around Australia, doing a bit of work around the country, and give it a try, guys. So the last blue cocktail that I'm going to make for you today was created by Nick Better at Porchlight in New York. It's called Gunmetal Blue, and the first thing that it calls for is 45 mils of Mezcal. So that's 2 drinks now with Mezcal in it. 45 mils or an ounce and a half. So this is going to be like very different. I haven't tasted this before. I did read the specs on it, and I was like, that's something I would absolutely like to drink. So let's see how it goes. Next up, 15 mils of blue Curacao. Now just remember, I did mention it before, blue Curacao is a triple sec. It tastes like orange, so it definitely adds that nice flavor to the cocktail as well, not just the color. Then 15 mils of a peach brandy. I've got a peach liqueur. I don't have a peach brandy, so we'll give that a try. I think it'll be fantastic as well. Half an ounce. 22.5 mils or 3/4 of an ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice. Then it calls for 5 mils of a cinnamon syrup. I want to try a little bit of Jack Fire, just to add a little bit more booze to that. So pretty much 5 mils is about 2 bar spoons. Jack Fire does have that cinnamon in it. Add some ice to that. Give it a really good shake. All right. I'm not used to making so many drinks that are all blue like this. Pretty cool. Now he calls for a garnish and orange zest that's flamed. So I'm just going to heat it up a little bit. It's getting pretty cold in here, the 18th, down in Geelong. Oh, pretty happy with that. Just dropped in there. That is Gunmetal Blue. Honestly, how good's that colour, right? Smoky, earthy, sweet, sour. Even that flamed orange is giving that sort of like caramelized oils over the top of that drink. That's a really good drink. Once again, I always talk about pretentiousness with bartenders all over the world not wanting to do this. If you were to have this in a blind tasting, you would say, yeah, that's a cracking drink. We could definitely put that on a menu or make it at home or serve it to friends. Don't be scared of blue, okay? Guys, please like, subscribe, keep following us, and we'll see you again soon on Let's Talk Drinks.